Hello again, ready for another class? We are going to do a nice mix, maybe a 40-minute class that will get you going and iron out all those creases. Okay, so just come to a comfortable seated position again to start, and we'll connect in to the heart chakra. A few deep ujjayi breaths. Just allow the belly to expand and the shoulders to drop. And just release all the tension and anything that no longer serves. Out with each out breath. Mother Earth will transmute that negative energy to something more positive. Just again, breathing in nice deeply, oxygen, and exhaling out everything that no longer serves. And then just coming back to the centre, opening your eyes, take a deep breath in, take your chin to the chest, just take a few breaths here. Just allowing the back of the head into the scapula, all into the area at the back, the area of shoulders, just to start to stretch out. Inhale the head back up to centre and take your chin upwards so you're looking up towards the sky. Take a breath. Inhale, come back to centre. Inhale here, and as you exhale, take your head all the way over to the right. Keep the chest facing forward, just as far as you can manage. And inhaling back to centre, and as you exhale, take your head all the way to the left. Again, just inhaling and exhaling here. And back to centre. Okay, roll the shoulders up and round. Just keep rolling. So this is a great one to do first thing in the morning, particularly if you've been lying for a long period of time on your sides. You can quite often get a tightness around your whole sort of pectoral area here into the shoulders. So just rolling backwards and forwards, just waking up the shoulders. Good. Alright, take the arms out, place them on the tops of the shoulders, and we'll make some deep circles with the elbows now. So we'll bring the elbows round. Nice deep circles. We'll do 3 times in one direction and then we'll turn back. Just making those circles as wide as you can. And 3. Inhale the arms up and then come down the exhale to a warm-up twist. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Come back to centre, inhale up and exhale. Other side. 3, 4 and 5. Come back to centre, well done. Alright, just take your right foot out a little bit so you're giving your both feet the space on the floor. Okay, Siddhasana. Take a nice deep breath in, bring the hands forward and then just come forward as deep as you can. Just gently, because it's very strong. If you've got your right foot out in front, it's very strong on that right hip. So you're just wanting to slowly come out and rest and try and surrender here. So you're just gently opening up the hip. You're giving the glute a nice stretch and into the tops of the thighs. You're also opening the lower back as well. Breathing 2, 3, 4 and 5. Good. Coming straight up again. And then just swap the feet round so the left foot is now in front. Inhale here, come forward, and again you'll find the Transference of the opening is now the left hip and glute. And just keep both sitting bones on the floor. 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Coming back up again. Alright, bring the legs out in front, okay, just width of the mat, alright. I'm going to keep that nice, the core nice engaged, and we're just going to do some nice deep circles coming forward, okay. So again, I quite like this one. Just imagine you've got a big millstone in front of you there, and you're just bringing the arms round. You need to keep that core nice and strong as you come back and round onto the more sacrum area at the back as you turn around. And try and make these circles really big and deep. Okay, so imagine you've got a really big millstone there, alright? So you'll be moving back and forth on your sitting bones, alright? Just allow that to really go forward and back. So you're really starting to open up at the hips and the tummy and the waist coming all the way around. You're opening up the hamstrings as well. And if you keep your toes flexed up towards the ceiling, you'll start to feel as you come round a nice deepening stretch in the calf as well. So excellent. One more. Okay, taking a nice deep breath in here. Exhale, come forward and see if you can bring yourself down. Not so wide as in Upavishnakonasana, but just a little bit less, just where your legs were. Width of the mat's fine. Keep the toes pointing up. And just take a nice deep forward fold. And if you find that too much, you can always just put a little bit of weight on your arms as well. Okay? And just feel that nice deep stretch in the hamstrings. Taking a nice deep breath in here. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, coming back up again. Okay, so now I want you to bring that left leg in like so, okay, and the right leg in. Just, in fact, you're kind of laying that left thigh on top of the right foot, okay, so you're just coming into this position here. Now you still want that left sitting bone to be on the floor if you can. It'll just be scuffing it, you know, it's not sort of, you've got almost your weight on that right sitting bone, but you want to still be able to feel that, okay? Now I want you to inhale and turn the body on the exhale to the right leg here, alright? Take a nice deep breath in and come forward down deeply onto that right thigh. Now if you want, you can take that leg a little bit further out while you're in this position if you wish. It just opens up the front of the groin that little bit more, but you can keep it here if that feels more comfortable for you. Okay, if you want, you can take it out a little bit. So it's almost like a pigeon, but not quite, okay? We're just taking it nice and easy here. Your hips should still be nice and square, so your tummy should be on top of that thigh. So you're not coming to the side here, you're bringing your tummy down onto that thigh, okay? So just allow it just to gently open up the glutes here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you're going to come up, gently bring that round, okay, and do the same the other side. So again, you can start off like this position here. Inhale, turn the body round to the left so that your tummy is coming down onto that left thigh, and again you can move that right leg out further if that feels like a better stretch for you around the back and into the glute. Just breathing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. Okay, up you come. Well done. Alright, just swing yourself around. We're going to come onto our backs now, okay? Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to come up into a gentle bridge, okay? So nothing too strenuous. You don't actually have to bring yourself all the way up into the back bend part of it. Just keep the back nice and straight. Okay, the core is engaged. You're keeping your legs nice and steady. And we're just going to slowly bring our bodies back down to the floor and inhale back up, okay? Then we're going to exhale back down to the ground and inhale. So you don't want to really, you just want to scuff the ground, you don't want to really go all the way down. Just want you to hold yourself in that position and keep going up and down. Now you can come all the way up, if you wish, into the full bridge and down, or you can just bring it up to the level. Alright, just keep going, keep the core nicely engaged. You'll find this is really starting to activate the legs. And this is quite a nice way to warm up the knee joints as well, because they're having to work to hold the position. Just coming straight down and up. Good, and back down. Let's do one more. And then bring your body all the way down to the floor, onto your back. Good. And then bring the knees up and just have a little rock from side to side. So you can see that if you did quite a few of those, you can start to feel the glutes having to work quite hard. So it's a great one for bringing that perkiness back into the old rear. That's quite a good one just to keep practicing. Okay. Now I want you to come up, and we're going to come into an upside down table. So you take your arms behind you like so, your feet out in front, and you're going to bring yourself up into an upside down table. Now this is quite hard for some people who've got problems with the wrists, so just take it easy. You can always come down and do this more on the forearms if need be, okay? I'm just going to come up into the half tabletop. Take the head back if that's okay for you, but keep it here if it is. If it's not good for your neck. But if you're bringing it back here, you're getting a similar sensation to how you would be in camel with your head back. So leaving it nice and steady. Breathing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to bend the arms and bring the body down. And then bring it up again. Okay? So we're bending the arms, bring the bottom down, and bringing the body back up. Okay? 3. Now just do as many as you can. Okay? Keep the core strong, because the core is helping you lift those hips up towards the ceiling. So that's 5, isn't it? Right, see if you can have a little rest and join in up to 10. 6. Remember to keep those elbows close in towards each other. 7. 8. 9. And 10. On the 10th, hold there. Take the head back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring your bottom back down, knees out, legs out in front. Ooh, just circle the wrists, because they actually can quite often feel quite uncomfortable. You don't often have your weight on your hands in that position. So take a deep breath in and come forward and just relax into Paschimottanasana. Keep the feet flexed up towards the ceiling and just allow the hamstrings to have a nice stretch here. Reach, just keep coming down. As your hamstrings open up, you can come down a little bit deeper, and just relax the back. Okay, we're going to come straight up. Okay, now for some of you, you might be able to cross the legs and come straight up to standing. Others may need some assistance. It's a great thing if you can start to practice trying to come up without any hands. Okay, obviously be careful about it, you don't want to scout off to the side, but it shows that you're building up the strength round in the core area and the legs as well, if you can lift yourself up with no assistance. Good one to keep practicing. Alright, let's come into a nice triangle position, okay? The warrior feet, remember. Left foot slightly turned in. Both legs nice and straight, lift the kneecaps, core, inhale. Reach out with that right hand and let's come down just as deep as you can. Remember, this might be as far as you can go, keeping it on the side. So you want to be two-dimensional here, alright? You want to be nice and flat. You're not coming forward, it's a side bend down. Alright, so let's hold this position nice and steady. You might be here, just don't dump any weight onto that shin. Okay, that puts too much pressure on the knee. So you want to be able to hold yourself steady from here, okay? If you want, and you can get all the way down, Ashtanga style, you can lift up on with the toe. That's a nice way to anchor yourself. And you want to see if you can try and look up towards that left middle finger. But again, it's dependent on how your neck feels. Don't strain your neck to do so. You can always keep your head where it feels comfortable. Try and keep those legs straight. If you're really struggling, you can bring a little bend in that knee, if need be. Okay, and remember, if you've got any hypermobility in the joints, just be careful with this one as well. Maybe bring a little bend in that front leg. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly inhale, come back up to centre. Swivel those feet round, so you're facing the other side. The pelvis, of course, is near the front here, not round to the side, but round here. Other side. Inhale out first of all, and then come out, down towards the foot, right arm up, and you're trying to bring that chest up and round towards the ceiling. Breathing, kneecaps lifted, core engaged. Surrender and breathe. Keep that lovely Ujjayi breath going, expanding the belly. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, back up, well done. Bring your feet into star. Inhaling here, take the hands so the fingertips are resting on the pelvic bones. Again, lift the kneecaps, take a deep breath in. Exhale, come forward, all the way down to the floor. Try and bring the elbows towards one another, so again you're opening up the shoulders back towards each other and lengthening through the pectoral muscles. Just keep the knees lifted. And you're pushing the energy out through the back of the thighs, okay? So the pelvis is nice and neutral here. Just breathing, keep the knees lifted. Core engaged, breathing down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, coming back up again, well done. Bring the heels in now. I'm going to come down into that plie position. Just come down as deep as you can. Keep the spine nice and straight. You can either have your hands here or just, in prayer position if you like. Okay, it's up to you. I'm going to just slowly move from side to side. I really do like this position. I really like this moving back and forth. I feel it does, you want to keep the core engaged here. But what I like about this is it builds strength into the glutes, the legs, the quads, opens up the inside of the legs. But I feel as you move from side to side, it's less intense than just holding it here. You kind of feel you're doing something. You don't want to be going too far over. You don't want your knee over your toe. It's just a nice gentle sway. from side to side. That's it, just keep holding. I know it's quite hard going, keep it strong in the core. Just hold for as long as you can. You might need to come up again and then come back down. That's fine. Back to the centre, hold. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done, up you come. Whew, it's quite strong, isn't it? Alright, so just shake the legs out. Okay, we're going to come and do a little Vriksasana. I quite like to do a little balance in my gentle classes, so I'm going to take the weight on that left foot. We're going to bring that right foot up. Now again, you can either balance on your calf or bring it all the way up here, but do not balance over your knee joint. Don't use your knee as a shelf. So just get that nice and straight. Lift the kneecap. Keep your drishti point with something straight ahead that isn't moving. 2, 3, oh my foot's slipping down my leg, 4, it's unusual, and 5, oh, my balance is off today. Right, so, rule of thumb is, that left leg, if you're lifting up like this, wants to be pushing inwards towards your foot, and your foot is pushing outwards. You don't want your hip to be going out to the side, you want to keep it nice and straight, okay? Okay. Alright, next side. Again, just keep it nice and steady. Some days your balance can be really good, other days just not. It just depends on lots of factors. Sometimes you just need to get your mind steady and just feel into the moment. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. So you'll notice to hold that position for a length of time, you'll notice how hard your foot and your leg has to work to hold that position. Well done. If you held that, it was absolutely fantastic. Good for you. Alright, okay, so now I want you just to bring yourself into half warrior. I want to bring the arms in here. I want to bring them behind. Make a prayer position if you can, or just grab your forearms. Legs nice and straight, knees lifted, core engaged. Inhale and exhale. You're going to come forward with a nice straight back, all the way down. So you're using your core as the hinge, lifting the elbows up towards the sky. Keep the hips nice and square, in line with that extended foot. Breathing. Keep the kneecaps lifted. Again, if you've got hypermobility, you want to be careful with that right knee. Taking it nice and easy. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Push now with the feet so that you give yourself a good foundation as you gently bring yourself back up to upright again. Swivel round. Now I'm not holding these postures for as long as you would normally in classical. Inhale. But you can take any one of these postures, and do your practice. Just holding them, for as long as you can. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come up, just get lost in the moment. Come up again. Well done. Bring yourself back round to standing. Okay, bring your legs together. I just want you to stand together with your legs nice and strong. And your posture, pelvis just slightly turned, shoulders down. You can either stand with your hands in prayer, or you can come down with your hands by your side, Samasthiti. And I just want you to close your eyes and just balance here on both your feet. ankles and the knees together, thighs together. Okay, so that gives you some stability. You see how much you sway around, how much you maybe favour one foot to the other for most of your balance. Just be aware of how hard your legs have to work to maintain that balance with your eyes closed. Just take another 2-3 breaths here. 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Alright, let's bend the knees now, okay? We're going to come into our chair pose. So we're keeping the back nice and straight here. We're bending the knees. We're coming into chair pose. Arms up, shoulders down. Lift up through the chest, gaze up towards the thumbs. Holding steady. So you feel a nice stretch in the calves. It's actually been snowing really heavily outside the last couple of days. So we have a lot of snow here in Scotland. And I've been doing a lot of sledging with the kids. So running up and down the hills here, the sledge. So actually I really need this stretch because my calves and my quads have had quite a lot of work going up and down those hills. So if you've been doing a lot of exercise, if you've been doing any kettlebell classes or all of these kind of things, then it's nice to come into chair pose because actually it does really give you a nice stretch there, particularly in the calves. So let's just hold for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back up, straighten the legs, bring the arms all the way down, swan dive all the way down to Uttanasana, because you're right there with your feet together. And just allow your body to come down. Just relax the back. Again, keep the feet together. Bring the hands down, and if they're flat, start to bring them back so that the heels of the hands are in line with the heels of the feet. That's the final position if you can manage. Lifting the kneecaps, gauging the core, breathing nice and steady. Just allow that back to hang so the vertebrae have a different pressure on them in a different way, releasing that heavy pressure of the weight. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bend the knees, coming down and come into seated position. Well done. And just take the legs out as far as you can to the side. So we're going to come into Upanishta Konasana now. Alright, now here's a wee challenge for you. You can just sit here just now if you're really struggling with this, okay? But for those who find this quite an easy position, you can come back onto the sacrum and lift the legs, okay? And grab the toes, alright? Let the toes go and slowly bring the legs back down, okay? Your core has to be really strong here. Coming back, lift. Woo! Up one right back. Lift, and we're right on the end of a mat. Okay, come back. And then let go. Okay, I think I need to come onto my mat a bit more. Okay, back. Lift. Hold. Good. And then come back down. Now you can either come back down without your hands on your feet, or you can come down with your hands. Now you need to keep your feet lifted, your heels lifted, so that you don't come crashing down on your heels, okay? So you can come down slowly to that position, okay? So if your feet are lifted, you come down onto the cushion of your calves. You want to be able to come down nice and slowly, but most people will come down, you get to a point where you can't hold it any longer and you come to that position, okay? That's an Ashtanga move. Okay, so when you're in that position, all right, we're going to come down just as deep as we can. Okay, so again, please don't worry if you're still only here, all right? It takes quite a while to get your legs and your back and all these things kind of nicely moving and lengthening in order to get down quite deep. So again, you might want to start with the hands in front and just slowly inch the hands forward. So you've still got a lot of the weight of your body on your hands and not then therefore in here in the abductors. Okay, but again, you want to try and make sure that your toes are pointing towards the ceiling as you come down. Just holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back up. Well done. Bring the knees slowly in and just bring your soles in front. Take a nice deep breath in and come down. Yeah. So the other thing I would say is if your muscles are quite tired, if you've been doing quite a lot of exercise, for example, maybe different types of exercise, like for example running up and down hills with a sledge, you might find your balancing is a bit off, like I'm finding today, because your muscles have been working in a different way, doing something unfamiliar. So, oh, that's my excuse anyway. But some days your balance can be really brilliant and other days it's just not. So don't fret about that either, because sometimes, well, it's just the way things are, you know. And never get upset about things like that. Some days you can find yourself being able to do a posture really well, and other days you find it really tough. Just continued practice gets you into a position where you just become more and more flexible and the postures become just generally much, much easier. Okay, slowly coming back up again. Alright, bring your legs out in front. Again, we'll come down to a nice forward fold. You can never have enough of these in your practice. Just breathing nice and deeply. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Okay, so we're going to just finish off with a couple of nice twists, and then we will perhaps have time for a little back bend, we'll see. So we're going to bring that right foot up. We're going to do Marichiyasana. I do like to do this one. So again, you can just come as deeply as you can here. You might only be here, and that's okay. Just work with that, okay? Bringing that right foot up towards the very top of that thigh there. If you're in this position, and that's enough for you, just stop wherever you feel we're going, if it's enough for you, okay? Otherwise, right arm up in the inhale, exhale down to the space here. Rotate so the thumb is facing down, bring that right knee towards that right shoulder, bring the right arm round, left hand comes round and make a bind with the hands. Now, take a deep breath in, relax the shoulders and bring yourself forward. Again, some of you may only be here thinking, how on earth am I going to get that arm round? And that's quite often because your hip's very tight and the back's very tight. But with gentle practice, you'll find you'll get further down and that arm will come round. Make sure that the foot is not tucked so closely into that left thigh, or else your right leg comes out quite far, and that makes it even more difficult to get that arm round, okay? So it has to be nicely in line with that hip, okay? And that makes it an easier posture for you to execute. Okay, for those who've been holding that posture, you may release. Well done. Bring that right leg down and have a few breathers. Oh, I love that. It just really opens up the whole shoulder right into here and the neck. Oh, I love that. I love Marichyasana A. Bring the left one up. We'll try this side. So again, left leg, left foot in line with the hip. Inhale that arm up, bring it down into that space, rotate, thumb facing down, left knee into the left shoulder, bring that arm round, okay, and down you come. Again, don't sweat if you're really not in this final position, okay? You will get there. I remember when I first started with these, I thought, you're having a laugh. There's no way I'm going to get my arm around that leg. I mean, there's just no way. And that's because my arms were tight, my muscles were really short and tight. I had never really done anything to lengthen them properly until I started yoga. And then I, just gentle practice without getting too frustrated with it really made a difference. And now I just love these postures because they really allow me to open up all the tension or any stiffness that I might find lurking about in the shoulders with whatever we do during the day. It's just fabulous, I love it. Okay, so this next one is going to be a bit tricky. Okay, this is Marichyasana C. Alright, so again we're going to bring that right foot up in line with the thigh. Okay, take a nice deep breath in and we're going to exhale, and as we do so I'm going to turn to the right. I'm going to bring that left elbow over. Okay, now again support yourself at the back. Let me show you from this angle. Okay, now that is a modified version of Marichyasana C, and for many of you that is more than plenty to get a nice deep thoracic stretch around here in the shoulders and in the tummy and the waist. Okay, take the gaze over to the right. Just relax. For those who want to go a bit deeper, you're going to be taking this arm round that leg, alright, and then taking the hand round and grabbing the hand from there, okay? I need to kind of show you that in a different angle, I think. Now, most of you might think that is really difficult posture. It's a very advanced posture, but just bringing the arm up is perfectly fine, okay? Again, you take the gaze over to your right shoulder, relax the shoulders, lift up in the chest and breathe. But for most of you, you may just be here and that's absolutely fine. You're still bringing a nice deep twist into the body. And release. Good. Bring that right leg down, come up and come forward. You definitely don't want to be doing that having just had any food particularly. You should never do twists when you've had a big meal or anything like that. You should really wait a good 3 hours plus before doing your yoga practice after food anyway. But certainly if you're going to do deep twists like that, then you can't be having a belly full of food. It's never a good idea. Alright, so coming back up, other side, and again, left leg comes up, take a nice deep breath in, exhale to the left, take that right arm over, which is your modified version, support yourself at the back arm, and just hold your position here. Again, if you want to go a little bit deeper, take that arm round, take the bind with the other hand, breathing, 1, 2, lift up the chest, relax the shoulders, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Come back round. Always feel good after these. Okay, another forward fold. Well done. Alright, we'll just finish off with a nice little back bend. We'll just do a nice gentle sphinx, I think. Nothing too strenuous. Okay, slowly coming back up. We'll just come round. Now you can either come into the back bend that we started with. If you wish, you can come down onto a Sphinx position. It's up to you. You just want to be able to bring a nice curve into the back, okay? Well done. Right, so just take it nice and gentle. Just hold and breathe, lifting in the chest. If you can engage the glutes if your lower back is particularly struggling here, okay? The core is essential. And just allow the body to relax and the back to relax. Just breathing here. Okay, coming down and bring the hands under the shoulders here. We're going to come up into Cobra. Come up into Bhujangasana. Holding here. Shoulders are down, chest is lifted. Breathing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly come back down. Rest your forehead on the floor. Bring the elbows down onto the floor. Well, you find that does a really nice little stretch from the shoulders and the neck. Three, 4, and 5. Take a deep breath in, come back up again into Cobra. Nice and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Put that down again. Elbows to the floor. Last time, inhale, coming back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Come back down. Elbows down. 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Hands under the shoulders. Come up. Bring yourself back into a nice extended child's pose. Just stay here for 10 full breaths. You can have your arms by the side in full child's pose if you prefer. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Well done, everybody. Alright, so remember, I encourage you to have a Shavasana now. A nice lie down and relax the body, which in turn relaxes the mind. Always give yourself that time and your body to just absorb the magic of the yoga practice. But we'll just end the yoga practice in the normal way. Bring the hands in prayer position in front of the heart chakra, and we'll make our nice sound of the universe. Take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much. See you next time.